Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Pirai Academy. In the series of Soliton interview question, today we are going to see about a question called currency conversion. So it is asked in the short programming note. Fine. So in this question, they will be given any of those currency of Indian or American, which means you know that in Indian representation it will be like 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, like this if it is 10 power 5. But in American conversion it will be like 1, 0, 0, then comma, then 0, 0, 0. Can you understand this? So in Indian it will be like lakhs, 10 lakhs, but there it will be 100,000, then 1 million. Okay, so they will be given any of those, either it is can be a Indian or American. We want to find out that, and we will be just giving that what is the currency they have given first of all, and then we want to convert either to the American if they have given Indian, or we want to convert into Indian if they have given American. Fine. So by seeing this examples you can clearly understand this. So see this, so the input will be 1, 0, 3, 1, 0, 2, which means it is clearly stated that it is a Indian rupees. Okay, then I'll be just printing it is Indian, then I'll be just making that into a American currency, like the figures, like in between three of them the commas will be there, right, to separate them. So here it will be the answer. For the second example, if this is the given currency, then it is clearly stated that it is an American. So I will be just given the output as American, and I will be converted into the Indian, and I will be just outputting it. Similarly here also, and in this question they have clearly mentioned that it is always the n value, the given value will be always greater than or equal to 10 power 5. Why? Because if it is not 10 power 5, like it is 10 power 4, then it is something like this. So this can be Indian currency, or else it can be a US currency also, the figure notation. Can I understand this? So in this case it is like chavos, like it can be either this or this. So if in future they are asking like this, then you want to put a else condition and write that it is undeterministic. That's it. Okay, but as of now the condition is like this. Fine. Now let us go into the logic. So it is basically a bit easy logic. We are just going to do whatever asked in the question. It is not like any other approaches, like we don't want to use any sliding window or 2 pointers or recursion. We don't want to use any of those techniques. Fine. So we are just going to use the only one technique. Like, so what is the logic behind this question? So just see this closely. We want to first find whether it is an American currency or Indian currency, right? Okay, fine. So if you see this closely, the first comma is occurring here and the next comma is occurring here. In between this there are only two elements or two digits. So in this case I'll be telling that it is an Indian currency. If in this case, then I'll be telling the American currency. So it will be clear, right? We can easily find whether it's a Indian or American. Okay, so how I am going to do? I am just going to do a dry run so that you can clearly understand how we are going to do. Okay, so 1, 0, 2, 3, 1, 0, 2. So here one comma, here one comma. Initially I will be setting my first will be equal to -1. Now I am just encountering here whether it is comma, no, whether it is comma, yes. So I'll be making this as, see here, what is the index? It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my index will be updated to 1. Hope you understand this. Now again, this is not equal to comma, not equal to comma, not equal to comma. Yes, it is equal to comma. It is equal to comma. So in this case, I am just taking the current index value. What is the current index value? It is 5, right? So I will be just making 5 minus 1, which is equal to what? 3. So we are getting what? 3. So 3 is our required answer. So from this I can tell you that it is what? The American currency. Can you understand this? Yes. So because here it is 1 and here it is 5. So 5 minus 1 will be 4. So it is in the base of indexing. So I will be subtracting another 1. But in the case of the Indian currency, then it will be something like 1, 02, 102. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it is 4 minus 1 minus 1, which is equal to 2. So it is coming as 2. The gap between them is 2. So in this case, I will be telling that it is a Indian currency. Hope you understand this. Now we are just going into the conversion of Indian to American and American to Indian. So first we can see how we can convert the Indian to the American currency. Okay, fine. For this, I'll be taking a simple example. Like, let me take 1, 02, 102. So maybe this example will be clear. Okay. Now here my only problem is the first three digit will be same for both Indian and US. So I don't want to just take those first 3 digits. Okay, so just I will be traversing here from the last. Okay, whether this 2 is a comma, no. So just to put in the separate character array. Okay, in C. See here, whenever you are preparing for the Soliton, just prepare in C programming, because all other programming languages will be restricted. So always prefer a C programming language. Okay, so initially my result will be of character array. Okay, in this character array, let me draw a character array. In this character array, first of all, it is 2, right? So I will be directly inserting this 2 here. Perfect. Now again, it is 0. So I will be inserting 0. Again, it is 1. So I will be inserting 1. Again, here what? Here comma. But it is a first comma, right? It is a first comma. So from here only, I want to calculate the rest commas, which means I will be inserting this comma here because it's the first comma. Then I will be going here. It is what? 2. So just insert 2. Okay. Now again, it is what? 0. So just insert 0. Now again, it is what? It is comma again. So I will be skipping this comma. Okay. Now again, here it is 1, right? So now 1. For example, take more values, like let me take 1, 0, here comes 7, something like this. Okay. Now again, when I am going here to this 0, what is my count here? How many elements are there? 3 elements. So basically, when we are just taking the values next to the commas, this first comma, we want to just count those elements. There are 3 elements, right? So I will be putting a comma, then only I will be inserting this 0. Hope you understand this. Then again I will be traversing to this comma. So this comma will be skipped. So here it is 7. So I will be adding 7. That's it. So this is going to be my answer. So I will be just reversing it and printing it. So it will be 70, 102, 102. So this is going to be your answer. Hope you understand this Indian to US currency. Okay. So always remember, I will be only telling the logic. You should be writing the code. If you cannot write the code, in the last part of this video, I'll be writing those code. Just go and watch it. Okay, fine. Now we are just going to the US to Indian currency. For this also, let us take the simple example like 702901. Let me take this as an example for US currency. Here comes comma. Then I will be taking here 1 comma for our readability. Okay, fine. Now initially my result will be of some character array like this. Okay, initially here it is 1, right? So insert 1. Now again here 0, so insert 0. Again here 9, so insert 9. Now again here comes the first comma. Whenever there is a first comma, I will be putting that comma as it is. Then I am started to counting it, like here comes 2, right? So I will be inserting 2 and my count will be 1 as of now. Again here comes 0. So I will be inserting this 0 and my count will be as of now 2. Okay. Now when I am going to the next element, it is what? 7. Already my count is what? 2. So I will be inserting 1 comma because of count of 2 and then I will be making that count to 0. Then now I am inserting 7, right? So now count becomes 1. Again it is what? Comma. So skip it. Okay. Now again it is 1. So insert 1. That's it. If we have any other extra elements, then we want to insert comma, then only we want to add. Can you understand this? It is basically like in your US dollars. When you are converting to US dollars, it is not necessary for the first comma or the next comma, because everything will be placed under the count of 3. Can you understand this? See here. Here comes 3 elements, then comma, then 3 elements, then comma, then rest of the elements. But in Indian rupees only, you want to just see the first 3 characters or first 3 digits should be placed there, then comma, then rest of them will be placed in the 2 characters. Like rest of them will be placed in the count of 2, then comma, then 2, then comma, then 2, then comma, like that. Hope you understand this. When I am showing you the code, it will be more clear, and tell me what is the time complexity. So for these kinds of questions, the time complexity will be not the much bothering thing, or we don't want to optimize such things. Okay. So what is my time complexity? It will be O of n. And what is my space complexity? So space complexity may be of O of n because you are just storing them in an auxiliary space. Can you understand this? Yes. So instead of storing also, you can directly print it to avoid this space complexity of O of 1. Can you understand this? Instead of storing here, you can also print, but you want to reverse and print, right? That's why we are just getting a space complexity of n. So your overall time complexity will be O of n and space complexity will be O of n, because this is what? This is auxiliary space. Fine. Now let us see the code. So now let us see the code so that it will be more clear. See here. First of all, this is my main function. In my main function, I will be just initializing my currency here. But in your real-time interviews, you want to get the input from the user, okay? Or in the test cases. Now, initially, int I, then previous will be equal to -1, okay? Because at initial point, our first comma is unknown, right? That first comma will be my previous, okay? Now, gap will be 0. Gap will be determining, like, if the gap is 2, then it is Indian currency. If the gap is 3, then it is US currency, like that, okay? Now I am just traversing along the given string. Now I am checking whether the given string's current element is comma. Then what should I do? I should be checking whether it is the first comma. If it is first comma, then I will be just taking the index of that first comma, okay? Else, then I want to just take the gap because I already found out the first comma. Okay, so I minus previous, which means if the gap is 2, then it is the Indian currency. If the gap is 3, then it will be the US currency. So here comes -1. Fine. Okay. Now, if gap is equal to 2, then what is this? It is Indian rupees, and we want to just convert the Indian to American. If else, then it is the American rupees. So I will be just converting the American to Indian. Why I am not putting this else condition at the first thing and this if condition to the next thing? So now let us go to the respective functions. So see here, first of all, the American to the Indian. So here I will be passing the string. Now here I will be taking the result of around 1000 length. Now int I. Now int len is equal to the length of this s. Now here comes the resultant index, and then count, and then flag is initially 0. I will be telling when you are going into the actual code, okay? Now I am just iterating over the len -1 to the 0, which means I am just iterating over the reverse order. I told you why we are just going in a reverse order, because when you are converting from the American dollars or from our Indian dollars, then your last 3 digit will be holding a comma, right? Then only you will be having 2 digit or 3 digit, like that. Maybe there will be 1 digit possibly. So that's why we are just going in a reverse fashion, okay? Now whenever I am encountering a comma, I will be continuing it, okay? And then I want to check whether flag is 0, which means whether this is the first comma, because in our American representation it will be between of 3 counts. It will be between of 3 counts, because first 3 digit, then comma, then next 3 digit, comma, then next 3 digit, comma, like that. But in your Indian rupees, it will be like first 3, then 2, then 2, then 2, then 2, like that. So that's why I'm just checking whether by using this flag, whether this is the first comma, okay? And count is equal to 3, okay? Then I will be just taking a comma hats off now and making the flag as 1, which means my first comma has gone already. Okay, and this resultant index is like we want to just make sure what is the current index for storing the characters in the resultant character array, right? So for that purpose, I am taking this resultant index. Now, else if what is the another condition? The another condition is flag is equal to 1, okay, and count is equal to 2, which means what? It is the another comma we want to insert, right? See here in Indian representation it will be 3 then 2. That's why when I am having a count of 2 and it is the next, already we passed with the 1 comma, then what should I do? I'll be inserting another comma and making the count as 0. Okay, after doing these steps, compulsorily I want to do what? Insertion, or I want to just initialize the current index of the resultant as the s of I, then count plus plus as I inserted already. Okay, so this is going to be your American to Indian currency conversion. Then I will be printing it. It is simple, right? Okay, fine. Now, if it is like Indian to American currency, then I want to just take the result as it is. Then these are all the variables I used in the previous function also. The only difference between them is this if function. So this if condition is like for every 3 elements, for every 3 characters, I want to insert 1 comma. That's it for the American representation. We don't want to check whether it is a first comma, or we don't want to check whether it's the second or third comma. No, we are just going to insert commas in between three characters. That's it. Okay, fine. So this is going to be your overall code. Let us run this. So yes, see here, American rupees. So given is the American rupees and its Indian format is like this. For example, if I just change this like a comma here, okay, then if I run this, see here, it is Indian rupees and its American format is like this. Okay, so here I forgot to change it to American format. I run this. Yes, can you understand this? Fine. So the core logic behind this is we want to just understand the logic, because in future they will be not asking the same question, but they are just asking a question in this model. Okay, so you want to just understand the logic, and this is coming under the short programming round. Okay, and if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Don't skip any videos in this playlist, because all videos will be helpful once you are appearing for the Soliton interview question. If you like this video and subscribe to my channel, don't skip any videos in this playlist, because all videos will be important once you are appearing for the Soliton interviews. And if you want to know about these kinds of algorithms, just go and search in my YouTube channel, because there are plenty of algorithms and also some of the basic to advanced techniques like regression and backtracking approach. That playlist will be more good to understand. Thank you.